What springs to mind when you see the word success? How is success measured? What is the function of acquisitive success? What does it mean to be a person of value? Hi, everyone, and welcome to English for a Better World. Our lesson today focuses on the notion of success. What does it mean to be a successful person? And we will also look at the concept of value. What does it mean to be a person of value rather than a person of success? So let's get into it. Let's begin with this quote. The planet does not need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kinds. Well, the key question here is what's wrong with being successful? Obviously, in this quote, being successful is something terrible. So we don't need more of these people. Well, we'll find out more about this, but think about it. Think about this quote. Well, the theme of the lesson is what's success? You will learn lots of vocabulary about success, how to talk about it. Our grammar is clauses of purpose, and we have a talk as usual, and this time views on success. Let's ask a few people about their idea of a successful person. So, Rashid, who is a successful person? A successful person lives their life fully. A successful person is kind and caring and knows that the world is a better place because they are in it. A successful person knows life is about happiness and service and not measured by how much money and materials are amassed. Well, Rashid thinks that the more you contribute to the world, the more successful you are. What do you think, guys? Zuhre, who is a successful person? Success is something that has to be internally defined for each individual. For me, it's living a life that you can be proud of. It's working hard, loving your family, having integrity to stick with your decisions. To me, a successful person is one who sticks to their goals and finds happiness in the little things. Well, how about this idea of success? Success as something that is internally defined. What about you guys? Is success for you internally defined or externally defined? How about you, Achabi? Who is a successful person? A successful person is willing to help those in need because they know all of us need help in one way or another. A successful person volunteers to make life better for others. A successful person is quietly confident and always listens and learns from each person they come in contact with. So, this one is all about making a difference in the world. And Yuki, who is a successful person? It should be someone who is genuinely happy and contented with his her professional or vocational career and in her family or personal life. Money and or fame can be an element there, but without the significant people to love and to love him or her back, life would still be empty. So in all aspects of a person's life, he or she should be happy, at peace with oneself and contented. So tell us, guys, what do you think? Share with us your thoughts. Well, on to our dialogue. You will listen to three people discussing the notion of success, the idea of success, right? So take a look at the pictures first to get an idea of the content of the listening. What is the listening about? And also read the questions and then listen. Ben, today the professor recommended a book to me and said that this book might help change my ideas about life. This life-changing book is called How to Achieve Success. So I guess our professor thinks I'm a total failure, though I feel I'm successful. Chico, I'm sure you know what definition of success the professor had in mind. He was trying to say that in order to be successful, you must have lots of money. That book describes how a few people got rich out of almost nothing. Therefore, follow the stupid rules so that you can become wealthy. Ali, like so many people, This professor reflects a dominant attitude towards success, namely acquisitive success. According to this attitude, to succeed, you need to amass a large fortune and then flaunt it. Ben, I find it pathetic that people think who they are is measured by how much they have. I have always rejected this type of thinking as dehumanizing. Instead, I define success in terms of being more rather than having more. But this doesn't mean I have nothing. I just want to be more so as to be more human. Chico, you are absolutely right. It all comes down to how we relate to what we have. For instance, a lot of people with having mentality have low self-esteem simply because they don't have enough material stuff. Ali, the notion of acquisitive success has emerged from the current socio-economic structure. In other words, in order for this sick system to keep going, people have been taught to look at material possessions as a criterion for success. To me, success in life has a lot to do with our contribution to society. The more we contribute, the more successful we are. Materialism is barking up the wrong tree if one is interested in genuine happiness. Points to ponder. Let's think deeply about these quotes. And the first one says, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. And it means how high you can get is determined not by your abilities, but by your attitude. What do you think, guys? Do you agree with the first one? Let's look at the second one. It's easy to make a buck. It's a lot tougher to make a difference. So as you can see the smiling faces, this is about making a difference in the lives of people. Making a buck, making money, I think it's a lot easier. I agree with this quote. What about you guys? And the third one, Einstein says this, try not to become a man of success, but try to become a man of value. Well, Einstein, I think here means this. When you are a man of success, it means you identify who you are with what you have. So I am what I have. The more I have, the more I am. The less I have, the less I am. So this is basically having mentality, having mindset. But a man of value is about being more rather than having more. And being more, it means you do not identify who you are with what you have. Your sense of yourself comes from inside rather than outside. So are you a man of success or a man of value? Do you think you are what you have? And the last quote, judge your success by what you had to give up to get it. Well, obviously this one refers to materialistic success. And of course, you give up a lot. You give up peace of mind because it involves a lot of competition, stress. So what do you think about these quotes? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. Discussion corner. Read the statements and take a stand. So the statements are, wealthy people are more successful. Let me take a stand. I totally disagree. Success is inward, not outward. I agree. Material success is shallow and hollow. Absolutely. When someone succeeds, another fails. In this setup, in the kind of world we live in right now, yes, it's a win-lose situation. It's never a win-win situation. It's not Ubuntu. Success versus failure is a false split. I agree. Success is bringing out the best in others. I also agree with this one. So what about you guys? Do you agree or disagree with these statements? Now our talk, which is about different views of success. Take a look at the pictures to get an idea of these views. And also think about these questions first and then listen to the talk. So what do you make of the pictures above? Which picture shows luxury? Which picture do you relate to? Why? How do you deal with temptations? And how much of a pleasure seeker are you? Now read the questions, then listen carefully to the talk to answer them.
Views on success. There are basically six unique ways of viewing success. Each person probably cannot fit neatly into one category. Rather, we will each be a blend of a few of them. Here are six types of success. Puritan. Work as hard as possible to prove yourself as worthy. People who follow the Puritan mindset were often raised in an environment where they had to continually prove themselves or had to keep living up to certain standards. Each achievement adds more to their sense of worthiness, and there's always another goal once the current one is achieved. Materialistic. Gain as much luxury and status as possible. A vast majority of people in Western society become sold on the material view of success very early in life. Media and society seems to promote and almost worship those individuals who have a great deal of money or possessions. Power. Gain as much control as possible. Similar to the material view, the power view wants to control and be the person who chooses. Of course, we are all completely free to choose how we live, yet some people like to gain power or control over others, such as in a manager's role at work. Spiritual. Detach from temptations in life and transcend the present. Some people choose to reverse the material power view of the world and go for a more pious view of life. They choose to resist desires for material gratification, instead choosing to be connected to rewards in the spiritual realm. Contributor. Create a better world for other people and future generations. Those people who feel a drive to contribute to the world are the ones who tend to really make a difference. It doesn't have to be on a world scale. It can simply be the desire to help people through their everyday struggles. For some people, being able to give back is the most rewarding way to live. Escapist. Have as much fun and as many peak experiences as possible. These people believe life is simply one big experience. Our time on earth is meant to be lived to the fullest, and we are meant to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, as Thorex famously espoused. These types of people are always searching for fun, for experience, and for the next thing to get them excited.
Grammar focus, clauses of purpose. Use a purpose clause when you want to state the purpose of the action in the independent clause. Complete sentence. To, in order not to, and so as not to are followed by infinitive. So that is usually followed by an auxiliary verb. In order for is followed by someone or something and then infinitive. So let's look at some of these sentences. To understand the world, you need to think outside the box. In order to have a better world, we must question everything. In order not to destroy the environment further, we must change our ways. We must use public transportation so as to reduce air pollution. We must use public transportation so as not to increase air pollution. In order for someone to be successful, he or she should contribute to the world. Now complete the sentences below with the right clause of purpose. Well, this is the end of our lesson on success. And now, time for our take home message. Just think about these questions. What have you learned from this lesson? Which view of success do you fit into? Which view of success do you think is the most or the least successful? Which view of success is prevalent in your community? And what's the link between acquisitive success and capitalism? And let me conclude with the same quote from Einstein. Try not to be a person of success. Try to be a person of value. See you next week.